The Moulin Rouge is a state of mind.
Moulin Rouge isn't just a show, it's a state of mind. A world filled with energy, spectacle, and non-stop performance. And stepping into that world is Megan Thee Stallion, who recently made her highly anticipated Broadway debut. But just days into that journey, things took a sudden and unexpected turn. Picture this: a packed theater, the audience fully locked in, and Megan commanding the stage as Zeidler in Moulin Rouge. The musical. Everything is running smoothly until, mid-performance, something feels off. What started as a dream debut quickly turned into a medical emergency no one saw coming. On Tuesday night, March 31st, Megan began feeling seriously unwell during the show. The situation escalated quickly, and she had to leave the stage before the performance ended. She was rushed to a nearby hospital as her team worked to understand what was happening. Fans were left shocked, flooding social media with concern and questions. What made this even more intense was the timing. This wasn't just any performance, it was her debut week on Broadway. A moment she had been preparing for over weeks, if not months, suddenly became a test of her physical limits. Not long after, Megan addressed the situation herself. In a candid message to fans, she described the experience as a wake-up call. She revealed that she felt like she was about to faint on stage and had no choice but to step back and listen to her body. Doctors later confirmed the cause: extreme exhaustion, dehydration, vasoconstriction, essentially the narrowing of blood vessels, and low metabolic levels. In simple terms, her body had been pushed too far for too long without enough recovery, and when you look at what Broadway demands, it starts to make sense. Performing 8 shows a week isn't just physically intense, it's mentally exhausting too. Every performance requires full energy, precision, and consistency. There's no room for half-effort. Before her debut, Megan had actually opened up about how seriously she was taking this role. She described how she would rehearse constantly, running lines in the shower, while eating, even during phone calls. She was fully immersed, determined to get every detail right. She also admitted that Broadway quickly humbled her. The level of discipline, the talent of the performers, the intensity of the schedule, it was all on another level. She had nothing but respect for the artists around her, many of whom have spent years mastering the stage. Despite the pressure, she felt supported. The cast and crew welcomed her, helped her settle in, and gave her the confidence to step into a completely new space. Still, even with that support, the physical toll was building behind the scenes. Then came that moment on stage, when her body simply couldn't keep going. Feeling lightheaded and drained, she realized continuing could mean collapsing in front of a live audience. Walking off stage wasn't just a decision, it was a necessity. After being taken to the hospital, the focus shifted to recovery. Thankfully, she was later discharged and advised to rest. But what stood out most was her honesty. She openly admitted that she had been pushing herself too hard, running on empty without giving her body time to recover. That kind of pressure isn't unusual for performers crossing into new territory. Megan wasn't just doing a show, she was proving herself in an entirely different industry. And sometimes, that drive to succeed can come at a cost. Still, she made it clear this wasn't the end of her run. In fact, far from it. She reassured fans that she only needed a short break, just one day to reset, and that she planned to return stronger, clearer, and ready to give 100% again. Her portrayal of Zeidler is already turning heads. Traditionally, the character is bold, flamboyant, and larger than life. Megan kept all of that but added her own signature style. Her version feels fresh, confident, and unmistakably her. She's not just playing Zeidler, she's redefining the role in her own way. This production itself carries a legacy, inspired by the 2001 film Moulin Rouge, directed by Baz Luhrmann and starring Nicole Kidman and Ewan McGregor. Taking on such an iconic story adds even more pressure, but also more opportunity. Megan stepped into the role after Bob the Drag Queen ended his run, and in doing so, she made history as the first female-identifying performer to ever play Zeidler in any production. Her Broadway run is scheduled through mid-May, and despite this setback, it's clear she's not backing down. If anything, this moment has added another layer to her story, one of resilience, awareness, and growth, because in the end, this isn't just about one performance or one setback. It's about stepping into something new, pushing boundaries, and learning when to pause. And as Megan herself hinted, if you really want to understand what she's bringing to that stage, you'll have to see it for yourself.